Thanks for joining us. And today we're going to talk about how to open and close your aura. So being able to open and close one's aura is an essential skill in the spiritual path. So we open and close the aura unconsciously already. And one of the examples of that is if we are feeling in a situation where it is a bit aggressive or we're not comfortable, we tend to cross our arms like this. And what this effectively does is it has an effect on our subtle body. So the aura is this emanation of energy that is coming from the center of us. Our physical body is part of what we call the energy body in Taoist internal alchemy. And the aura is the extension, the energetic extension in many different directions of our internal energy. In Taoist internal alchemy, one of the aspects of this aura they call Wei Qi or guardian Qi. And what it is what most people think of the aura as this sort of upside down shaped egg that surrounds the contours of the body and goes out in all directions. And the Wei Qi is used to help give the body health and resilience and repel negative energies. The thing is, when your aura starts to expand, it also starts to interact with the auras of other things around you, right? And this can be good if you're in an environment that is supportive, but if you're in a negative environment, you want to not have your aura out there absorbing the sort of chaotic energies around you. So if you're around a group of people where there is some kind of aggression or people are just sort of feeling unhappy or whatever, or depressed or whatever, if you allow your energy to be open, basically that the energy from those people can start to interact with yours, and you will start to pick up their feelings to a degree, and then it can affect how you're feeling inside. So if you've ever been around a friend and they talk about sort of somebody who is like an energy sucker, right? So you interact with them and you feel yourself getting drained and drained and drained. It's because they're expanding their energy into yours, taking your vitality and using it to fuel their stuff. So one of the essential skills that you want to have on the spiritual path and any path is to be able to close your aura. It basically just shrink it down and condense it around your physical body. So it's not having so much interaction of those things around you that you don't want to interact with. So one of the easiest ways, you cross your arms. And what that effectively does, it condenses your aura in the upper part of your body. You can also enhance that by crossing your legs. So if you're sitting in a situation, you're somewhere, you're on an airplane or whatever, and something is happening, doesn't feel right to you, you can immediately cross your arms, you can cross your legs. And that basically effectively condenses your aura in and helps to seal it from interacting with things around you. Now you will still have interaction because you have more subtle aspects of your aura, sort of at the emotional and mental levels, right? And so those things will still interact. But by crossing your arms, and if needed, crossing your legs, you're helping to condense the aura around you and protect yourself from things around you. Now, you may want to do that sometimes, but you don't want to have a contracted aura all the time. So in the spiritual path, when people start to have internal experiences, start to have opportunities for internal resolutions of things that are not resolved inside of them, energetic patterns that have not had a chance to resolve, that are stuck in their current shape or state, right? One of the things that happens is the natural propensity of people to condense their aura means that those patterns don't have an opportunity to expand in a comfortable way. What can happen is when people start to relive a negative experience that they've had or something that is unresolved from the past, it can start to, as a shape, move through their energetic architecture unresolved. And part of the reason this can create problems is because people's aura is too compacted. So there's not enough energetic space, if you will, for that pattern to start to resolve in a harmonious way. It starts to break up and resolve in an unharmonious way, meaning that you start to feel some of the original feelings in a very intense way. Now, one of the things that you can do when you're doing internal energetic work, spiritual work, is that you want to expand your energy body, to expand your aura, right? So that you have more space inside to work. And because we tend to, as human beings, to unconsciously contract our auras in most cases, unless we're feeling happy, supportive, and vibrant. And when we're doing the spiritual work and we start to try and resolve internal patterns and we have a condensed aura, a contracted aura, we can have more challenges. So the trick when doing internal spiritual work is to try and expand your aura. And one of the simplest things that you can do, which we teach at Modern Kriya, our website modernkriya.com, is to feel, to visualize, to be aware of your physical body as if it is expanded about 3 times the size that it currently is, right? So we have this feeling of expansion, of opening up the inner space, right? So we want to do that when we're working inside because we don't want a condensed aura and then be working with these unresolved energetic patterns and there's no space for them to expand and resolve. We want to open up as much space as we can to allow the pattern that we're trying to work with internally to expand as well. And then it has the space to move and to resolve and to reshape as needed. Now, some of you may have no idea what I'm talking about, and that is fine. But those of you who have had internal spiritual experiences like Kundalini syndrome, etc., where you feel this trapped energy in your energy body, in your aura, you know what I'm talking about, right? So one of the tricks, the easy tricks you can do is to have that expansion at the outset when you're doing spiritual practices, right? You sit down, say you're going to meditate or whatever, you just relax and then you allow your energy body, your aura to expand. You can just visualize and feel yourself expanding about 3 times the size. Lots of space in your aura, lots of opportunity for things to open up, right? And then when things do start to resolve, when you start to feel a feeling, you connect into it and you're using whatever technique or just becoming aware of that feeling, and you've opened yourself up, it has the space to open up and resolve as well. So that's a real key in the spiritual path, is to open up your energy body, open up your aura when you're doing that spiritual work. Now, you don't want to have your aura open all the time because it's basically like opening a door and allowing anything to come in, any energy to come in. There are some people that get blissed out in meditation, right? So they have this expanded consciousness, and then, you know, their awareness is very open, their aura is very open, but then it is very porous for other things to come in. And people often who are like that are easily controlled by others because other people can use their energies to influence them. So when somebody is trying to come into your energy, right, and have you ever had it where somebody kind of like really gets in your face and gets aggressive, you immediately start to contract in, right? With your physical body, your aura is also condensing in. So you want to not be open all the time so that anything come in, but you want to have the skill to be able to condense or contract your aura and to expand it at will. And one of the things that you can try out is to, at any point in the day, ask yourself, is my aura open or closed, or is it expanded or contracted at this moment? And you will find that you have a pattern in your regular behavior, that you'll feel like you're not breathing, you're condensed, you don't feel like things are getting in. Maybe you're really concentrating because you're trying to condense your aura and use it for whatever you're trying to do. So if you're working on a problem, right, if you're doing some kind of schoolwork or you're doing some kind of thinking work, usually the aura starts to contract and it's like you're getting into your mind palace, if you will, right? It's coming inside because you don't want stimuli from the outside to be disturbing your internal process, right? So you can do that, and then you be aware, okay, how am I feeling right now? Am I feeling open or am I feeling contracted? So you can get a sense of how you unconsciously open and close your aura, and then you can do it deliberately to help you in your life, right? So if you're doing spiritual work internal, you want to open up your aura so you've got more space to resolve things. When you're with friends and family, you want to open up your aura, if it's advantageous at that moment, to open up your aura so you can have an interaction. When you're around a situation that is, not making you feel comfortable, you can contract your aura, right? And you don't have to get upset about it. You don't have to have emotional reaction. You just bring in your aura, right? You can place your hands over your navel, you can cross your arms like this, whatever it is, you can just sort of stand with your body more closed, and that effectively brings in your aura. And then you can open your body up. So you can use your body to help your aura open and close, right? And that's an interesting thing, because when we do Qigong exercises, moving meditation, if you will, we're doing these opening motions to try and open up our aura, to open up our energy body, so that we can have more space inside to resolve issues. So that's one of the keys in Taoist internal alchemy, is to use moving practice to expand your aura so that you have access to all the things that you can start to circulate, to resolve, to have some kind of internal transformation. And that's effectively what we do at Modern Kriya with some of our practices, right? So we've got Kriya Yoga, which is a very effective way for going inside, right? Getting an internal experience, what they call pratyahara in yoga. We have Taoist internal alchemy, which is a way to open yourself up to have internal transformations, right? Sort of at the physical, bodily level, at the emotional levels, the mental levels, the higher kind of spiritual levels, etc., etc. So that's what we do at Modern Kriya. So if you have any questions about this video, feel free to send me an email at info@modernkriya.com. Also check our website at modernkriya.com and our YouTube channel. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.